What's going on YouTube? Laydo here with another episode of Kerbal Space Program Journey to the Mun. Thank you so much for tuning in today and showing some love and support to the series. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. So, when we last left off, we had our first launch. We had some subsequent launches that helped us achieve some objectives. We got some good science points. We got a lot of funds to be able to use. So I will admit I did play a little off camera just to do some things. For instance, I upgraded the mission control, so now that we can have up to 7 contracts at one time. And then I did I can't remember if it was 1 or 2 launches. I think just one launched, and got a little bit more funds under our belt. And I went ahead and activated some more contracts for us. So right now we're up to 6 at one time, and I'm really gonna strive to accomplish all 6 in one launch today. So just to go over them real quick, we're gonna haul a TD12 decoupler, a decoupler that does our stage separations up through a certain altitude and within a certain speed range as well. Test the heat shield, which is 1.25 meters in diameter. This one's going to be pretty easy because we can just do this at the launch site, which it tells us to do right here. That's a really easy one to do. These next few are going to be the more difficult ones for us. So this one is escape the atmosphere, which is pegged at 70,000 meters. So as long as we get above 70,000 meters in this launch, we're good to go. Next one is to just haul, which just means we just need the engine on our craft. It doesn't even need to be hooked up to a fuel tank. But we just need to haul this guy up to a suborbital trajectory between 200,000 and 210,000 meters up in the air. This one's going to be a little tricky. We're going to hopefully just go shoot for straight up and down, potentially in the water, but I'm really hoping we'll be able to get up there with the craft I built as well. It did take some time to throw together a quick vehicle for us to use in this on this launch for these objectives. This one's even this one seems pretty doable. We're gonna just haul again, similar to the engine, the swivel engine, the liquid fuel swivel engine up here. This one we just have to haul it through a certain altitude and a certain speed. We don't even have to technically activate it through the staging sequence, but we will, just because if we do get up that high and coming back down, we're gonna wanna activate those chutes. But this one seems pretty doable. And then this last one is the one I'm really iffy about. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to be able to do this. It wants me to test radial decouplers up between 280 and 290,000 meters. My only concern about this is I don't know if we're going to be able to hit that. I think we might, but not entirely too sure. So with that, let's go check out what we're going to be flying today. So go over to the VIB. And here's our boy. I named it the Hammer Rocket the Third. So essentially what we have here, we just have 3 sets of 2 hammer solid fuel boosters stacked on top of each other. So if we take a look at the staging sequence, and you can't see all of it because the camera needs to move up some more. Here, let me see if I can fix that again. Alright, that should be better. So as we can see on the staging sequence, we are going to fire off these 3 bottom rockets first, and then after those are done firing, we are going to decouple them, aka just throw them away out into the ocean most likely, or maybe on land, I don't know. We're going to decouple, and then our next stage we're going to fire these 3 middle rockets, so right up here. And then at some certain point we're going to decouple those 2. But I need to make sure that I have these 2. These are radial decouplers that we need to test, aka we need to right click them and run a test when we're, I think it was between 280 and 290,000 meters. This is going to be like the very difficult part because we need to drag. Actually, we might not have to drag. I can't remember if they actually stay on or not. I think they eject off, but I can't quite remember. Well, I guess we'll see. I may have to keep them up, and that will just add more weight that we have to get up to that altitude with, so I'm not entirely sure. After we do that, there's another decoupler to expose the liquid fuel engine. Again, we just need to have this on board. We don't actually need to test fire it, but I might, just in case we're still not up to our altitude that we need to haul it through. And then last but not least, we'll decouple again, just so we have our command pod with our parachutes. And then we do have two sets of parachutes. The drogue chutes that I was talking about a little earlier, which is another objective I'm not or that should be pretty easy. That's these guys right here. And then our good old MK16 parachute up top. I think that's about it. And if all goes well, we're gonna complete 6 objectives today. I'm pretty sure we'll hit 4 based on this, but we're gonna strive for 6. Reason I think we'll be able to do it, not entirely sure if you can see it down there in the bottom right, but we have a kind of delta V of like 2,554 meters a second, which seems pretty good. My engineer report is saying something's not right. Cannot transmit science. Unused monopropellant source. Okay, so let's do this. We'll just go boop, so we don't have to worry about that. We're not going to conduct any science, so I don't think it'll be that bad. This is saying though that the mass is pretty heavy, which is concerning. Well, you know what? If we do it, we'll do it. If not, we'll find out real quick. It's actually one of the first times I've seen this highlighted like this before, so I'm kind of skeptical about this. But hey, if it doesn't work, we might just cut it out. Who knows? Anyway, let's give it a launch. Launch pad cannot support vessels heavier than 18. Gotcha! That's why it's... Okay, let's just save this off real quick. And I guess we're gonna have to go upgrade our launch pad. Hopefully we can do that. Alright, 50,000, max vessel weight 140 tons. Beautiful. Alright, so we'll just upgrade that, and now we can do some more things. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's go back to the VAB. It should be loaded up, and let's launch. And you can see we don't get that error down there anymore, so that's nice. Alright, let's launch this beast. Trajectory is just going to be kind of similar to what we did in the past couple videos, pretty straight up and down, just because we're more concerned about getting the height rather than going for an orbital trajectory. So similar to before, we'll hit T to activate our stability assist, Z to throttle fully up. And you can't see the objectives now because of the camera. I need to find a better spot for this camera, or for the webcam view. But regardless, let's do it to it. Something else I'm kind of concerned about, just looking at this right now, I should have put the side boosters the opposite way, so they'd be lining up like this, because it's easier to go out that way than it is to go out this way. But regardless, we should still be good. And I'm pretty sure I need to hold back in order to go that way. We'll find out soon enough. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. A little wobbly there. That's a-okay. And then I'm gonna give it some slight. No, it's definitely this way. Okay, so we're holding W on the keyboard just to throttle it this way. And you can see our fuel is burning significantly quick through here. This isn't the most aerodynamic thing in the world, but that's okay. And we're gonna run out of fuel soon, so we're gonna decouple. There they go, and we're gonna go again. Alright! And we should have our objectives up here. Really hoping we get this decoupler done. Nothing else is done as of right now, but that's a-okay. Now I guess we do have to test those up at that speed. So this could be sketchy. We're only at 25,000 meters. We are losing speed pretty quickly. And we're feeling the effects of the atmosphere. So as of right now, this says we're in orbit technically, but really we aren't. Here's something down here that I can't even use this as of right now because I don't have the capabilities. Interesting. This doesn't matter too much. Really, I think we'll get up above 70,000, so we should be able to... Oh, I forgot to test the heat shield. Alright, we're reverting. Forgot to do one of my objectives, but it doesn't look like we're going to hit the other two. So I think, like I said, 4 of the 6 potentially. I don't think we're going to get up to 250 or over 200,000 meters, unfortunately. So I forgot to test this guy. We just did that, and we should see, yep, there we go. That's a goal for us to achieve. Okay, and then you can't see it, but I got the heat shield tested successfully, so that's all good. And we're gonna go for it again. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. You see a little wobbly there. Later on, you get like things called struts, which will help stabilize it. I don't want to use these decouplers again, just because it is a real pain in the rear to line those boosters up with the decouplers, with those decouplers, and get them to work properly. So we're just gonna ignore those for now. Again, I'm doing some slight pitching with W down range. We're gonna get rid of those guys and go again. What might be more beneficial is maybe what we want to do is stack, just do these boosters like this, decouple all 3, and do something like what do I want to say? We're getting more stuff. Getting more stuff done. Happy about that. Happy about that. We already got our drogue chute done, so we technically probably don't even have to deploy it on the way down, but we definitely will, since this is going to be one of our the highest launch we've done to date. And I'm hoping we will get above 70,000 meters. I think we will. This looks okay. I could see another 20,000 maybe. Maybe. If not, what we're going to do is decouple again. Like we're definitely not going to get this guy. That's for sure. In fact, maybe what I should do is just decouple and shoot for it anyway. We still have a lot of speed. We still have like over 900,000 meters a second. So, oh, and there we go. We're above 70,000, so we hit that mark. That's nice. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 done for sure. And I think we might be able to do the 2, 10 one. So when we, you know what? Maybe I will. My apoapsis, as you can see, apoapsis down here is 133. So we'll hit 133. So I am going to decouple, just because I know we're not going to hit our mark to test that one thing. So here we go. Those are gone. You can see since we're up in space, they just went whoo like this, because there's microgravity up here. And then we'll decouple again, just to get rid of this bottom piece, and we can see our swivel right here. So now all we have to do is fire this one up until we're gonna be sure we're gonna hit through 200,000 meters. We should do that quickly. So here we go. And you can see it increase up here. So really, as soon as I get through, you know, maybe up to like 210, I'll probably, oh, maybe we won't. Oh, damn. We're just shy. That's fine. We can do it on the next launch. But yeah, so this is kind of it. Suborbital trajectory going down as of right now. We could eject this, and I think we will, just for, you know, purposes. It might actually get us. No, because we have to haul it up through. So let's see what. Yeah, it gave us a little bit more of our apoapsis, but not so much. And now we just have our pod. All of these things are gonna flow or fall back down to the ground and burn up or explode on impact. We can't really do anything about it. And I'm just going to let this do its own thing as of right now. Our next stages that we're going to do are the drogue chutes, which I already hit for this, so I'll probably deploy them somewhere in between this range. Probably like 10,000 meters. As long as it says that, you know, it's Gucci to deploy. And then, yeah, we'll figure out the rest of this. So I'm going to speed this up just so we don't have to, you know, wait a ton. This is what I was talking about before, so you can go all the way up to, dang, 10,000, 100,000 times. That's when you're probably doing super deep space missions. But for right now, we already hit our apoapsis. And you can see we're starting to fall back down, and we're gaining speed significantly. And we're gonna land in the mountains. That's wonderful. Once we get to a certain point, I think like 70,000 or 50,000 meters, 70,000. Okay. once you start getting back into the atmosphere itself, you will get that max 4x times up for the warp. And really, we're going pretty dang quick, so I'm just going to let this do its thing. I think around just under 50,000 or 47,000, we should start seeing some plasma build up. Yeah, a little bit there, see? And here it comes in more full effect, and this is the reason why you want that thermal shield. And then if you were to touch this a little bit, I'm kind of maneuvering it. You down here, you see this. You want to kind of get it. This is what is called retrograde. This is a retrograde symbol, and you want to kind of hit that just for maximum surface area, taking the brunt of the energy of the atmosphere. So now we're down through 10,000 meters. I'm going to switch this. Yeah, because I only have 8,000 to go. My drogue chutes are ready to go, so I'm going to deploy those guys so that we can slow down big time. And I set these guys at 5,000 meters to fully deploy. Boom. And you can do stuff like that by just right-clicking these guys and setting the altitude as to when they should fully deploy. Because before, remember, I was freaking out when this main chute was deploying at 1,000 because it was set to 1,000. So I set it up to 2,500 just to help that out as well. And now I'll just 4x this so we can kind of skip on through this. I'll deploy the other one right around 2,000 meters. Because otherwise it's going to take forever for it to fall all the way back down. And yeah, so we had a very successful launch right there. Reattempt at our launch so we can actually hit our objectives. And we hit 4 out of the 6. So that's pretty good in my opinion. Oops, I forgot to deploy that. So we're definitely going to get quite a few science points. You know what I should have done? Maybe we can do a crew report real quick. Look at that. Get some extra science for that. Smart, smart. I should have did that while I was up there, but we'll save it for the next launch. It's because I don't want to revert all over again. And we're at 4x, so we're just going to wait for this to head on down to the surface. Excuse me. And once we do, we'll recover our vessel and see what we can do from there. Let's go, Jebediah. Alright, recover. Alright, let's see what kind of status report we have after that. Should see a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Oh yeah, look at that. Science is up to 48 from 17.5. That's sweet. We got 8 from the suborbital. Crew report gives us an additional 3.5. That's sweet. Got a lot of funds back from recovered parts. That's excellent. Excellent. And Jebediah. No experience gain. You probably won't gain too much more experience until we start actually like doing trajectories with our flights and stuff like this. But yeah. Alright, so we're sitting at 49. That's excellent. And since we've completed a bunch of missions, let's go in and check out what we have to do. We still have these two, which is perfectly fine. I may switch over to the liquid fuel engines because I think those are going to be more efficient to get us up into space itself. But let's see what else we can do. Again, I'm going to save a lot of these observational things till we knock out more of these itself. But let's see what we got. Haul the heat shield into flight. We could easily achieve that. I'm pretty sure we'll probably achieve it on the way down, to be quite honest with you. So that's pretty easy one to accomplish. Something to note too, I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video, you do get an advance for accepting contracts, so you do get a little bit more money right off the bat. But then you get a large sum more if you do actually complete it successfully with science points and reputation. And then obviously failure will subtract some money as well as reputation. Decline altogether, it just nixes your reputation. So we'll accept this one. This one looks pretty straightforward. Test at the launch site, so we'll probably integrate a flea into our current design. And then again, you just got to test it at the launch site, so that's really straightforward. This one, MK2R radial mount parachute in flight. So similar to what we were doing, but this one is like with those drogue chutes that we had two on the side, but it's the bigger version for a replacement for your MK16. So typically you want to pop it at lower levels, activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. So we'll pop it, we'll deploy it out between 10,000 and 14,000 meters, somewhere between these speeds, whenever you see the check marks. You know what I'm saying? Alright, haul the Thumper solid fuel booster into a suborbital trajectory over Kerbin. So we need to hit between 140 and 150,000 meters. That one might be a little bit more difficult, but still doable. And I think that'll be our last one. So we'll max out at 6 again. And then let's go back to our VAB. Actually, no, maybe we should spend a little of our science and research and development before we modify it, because I do want to put some aerodynamic cones on the side boosters, just because it looks like doo-doo. So if we go over to stability, actually we should probably do this. Oh no, because I have the experimental part. And then here's the radial, the other one that we're going to be testing as well. And I could get all these, but I might as well just not until after we complete that one objective. And we still have this guy, but I want to buy it or get this piece of research just for this nose cone specifically. So I'll put it on top of the booster so it doesn't look so god awful. General rocketry, we're going to be testing this solid booster, so I will definitely pick up that guy. Let's take a look at this liquid fuel as opposed to the other one. I think the swivels you want more. Let's see. At sea level 205. Where's that other one at? Yeah, so this one's a little bit more. The other one's a little bit more powerful at sea level 215 vac. 240 vac. So this one's just straight up more powerful. Again, though. Oops, what am I doing? We're supposed to be testing this one, so I think I will just buy this guy for the time being, so we have that nose cone to work with. Give us a little bit more aerodynamics, and we'll be able to punch through the atmosphere a little better. So let's take a look at our rocket. So I'm going to delete these guys, and I might delete these two as well. And what I think I might do is fire off 2 thumpers to get us going. Yeah, these have pretty good kick. And then once we get up there, yeah, we'll haul some more stuff up into the atmosphere. I could technically have 2 sets of couplers on here just to test the other ones when we do get up, so that we can try and be more sufficient or efficient getting up to. Yeah, I'll probably do that. And actually, like I mentioned before, because I don't want to land in the mountains again, I am going to, well, actually here, we'll delete that because we're just going to put a thumper on here too. So we'll keep this look. Actually, you know, I might add a, yeah, even though this isn't the best of ideas personally, but I'm going to add another fuel tank just so we can try and kick our swivel, which we still have down here, up through 200,000 meters, just to be certain. And then even more so to get the coupler to its mark as well. All the other stuff is pretty straightforward. Oh, I forgot about this guy, the flea. Let's put the flea right here, and then I'm gonna lift this up. I'm gonna delete this chute because we're gonna put the other ones on. And I needed a coupler for this guy. Okay. And I'll put the other chutes on right now just to make sure. Is this thing, do I have? Am I gonna be able to use this? I don't think I can. I'm a little scared. I don't think I can use these guys anymore because I don't have them. And I completed that test. Yeah, I can't have these on there until I buy them again, so maybe I will keep this on there just to make sure. Okay, so what I want to do now is do this radial decoupler. We have it on 2x down here. And so I'm going to put this guy right, well, actually, hold on. Let me put one thumper underneath first. It looks like I need to raise this. You can see our rockets are starting to get a little more beefier. Yeah. Yeah. And like I was saying, I think I want to do 2 just to test stuff out. Just to make sure. So I'm going to put one way up there that's not going to be actually attached to anything. And that's just kind of our backup to make sure, because I'm pretty sure the other ones are not going to be able to make it, so to speak. And I will put these other ones on roughly here so that they're a little bit more centered, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah, ish. Sorry, I thought I heard a noise. And then we'll put 2 more thumpers on each side. And it should be right about there. See what I mean? I don't know if I didn't talk about this because I played on an off screen, but trying to actually hit these decouplers sometimes is the biggest pain in the rear. Which is why also it was, does that look, it does not look, yeah, see, it's not even center. So annoying. See, okay, I'm gonna get this, and hopefully, if not, you will see an edit, because this will really tick me off at some point. Alright, close enough, that's good, okay. I know it's like, it seems off, but it's totally fine. As in, like, these 2 are higher than this one, it's not a big deal. Aerodynamics, so I'm gonna put that nose cone on top of these guys, so it looks, and has a little bit better punch to the atmosphere. And let's see here. Anything else I need to do? Design wise, at least. I definitely will put Valentina in this one just because Jebediah is not getting the experience I want. Come on, man. Figure yourself out. Alright, so we have the heat shield. We're gonna launch. That's gonna be, you know, that's a pretty easy one to do. I gotta test this guy at the site. Okay, that's straightforward. I gotta remember how to do that this time. Hauling the thumper up through 140 to 150,000. I'm really hoping. Well, I think I'm gonna fire the 2 side decouple and then fire the middle one just to give us more trajectory downstream. I could do all 3 at the same time, but I don't think that's going to be very efficient. And then we're going to try and haul this guy up through that as well as that. This will definitely be able to hit on the way back down, without a doubt. Okay, let's make sure we have all that. Like I said, we're firing these 2 boosters. We're going to decouple them. We're going to fire this next booster. Nope. We are going to decouple that. This is going to probably go way up here. Actually thinking like right here. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to fire this one to get up to 280, 290,000. Alright, so let's test this one more time. Let's name this Thumper, right? Thumper, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah. Thumper Rocket the 3rd. Save that off. Alright, we'll hit this one more time. Firing these 2, decoupling them. Fire in the middle, decoupling it. The flea. Whoop-de-doo. We gotta fire it. We'll decouple the flea. We'll fire the swivel if we need to, but I need to make sure that we hold on to it through at least the 200,000 mark. And then we need to test these 2 guys up at the 280,000 to 290,000 mark. And then we can decouple those. Oh, here we go. And then we need to test these two guys at like 40 to 90,000 or something. Or no, 10,000 to 14,000. Okay. Alright, let's save that off again. I think we're ready to launch this time. Let's do it. Are we good on the tonnage? Oh yeah, by a long shot. Alright, let's go. Alright. That's a clean looking rocket right there. I'm a little worried about these boosters already. They look off. Whatever. Let's just do it. Toggling stability assist, full throttle. Here we go. Alright, we have good liftoff. That's really nice looking. Excellent. And I'm really not going to do too much this time. I don't think we should waste too much energy trying to pitch down range, even though I slightly will, like, maybe like right here, just a little bit. There, that should be good enough. As you can see, the aerodynamics are looking a little bit better. We're not getting that brute force up there. And pretty soon here, as you can see by the solid fuel, we're going to have to decouple and fire off again. There it goes, decoupling and fire. I didn't know I was going to do that. That was pretty cool. So we have to haul this guy up through 150,000 at least. And I'm just keeping an eye down here at my apoapsis. It's at 60. We want it to at least get to 150, otherwise we're gonna have to think of something else to do. Pretty confident though, this is looking pretty good. We're over 100. Come on. Come on! Where are my objectives at? Alright, we definitely made it through that, so that's good. We also hauled the heat shield through, so we already completed that objective. Oh no! I forgot to test the flea. Like I said, I needed to remember. Oh well. Do I revert? I kind of want to. Yeah, let's do it. So I can get them all done. Because I'm pretty sure we will. That's real. See, I just gotta remember this stuff. Come on, man. Come on. But I mean, it's no big deal because we can just do all this again. So let's do this. Test the flea. Nope. Was not expecting that. Shit. All right, let's get out of here. At least we have less weight now, so we definitely will make it up there. Oh my gosh. I was very scared. That should have blown up the tank. You know, as good at physics as this game has, it's not obviously all there. You could see it was getting hot, and it was getting to a point where it was getting like close to like, oh shit. But it didn't, thankfully. Whatever. We're gonna get it this time for sure. Looks like a butte, huh? Alright, we're coming up on the next part. Boom. And boom! That's pretty cool, man. See what I'm saying about the physics? It goes. Physics are great in this game. Love it. Alright, so let's open this up. This little button down here just kind of tells you what your apoapsis and periapsis is. Apoapsis is the furthest point. Yeah, furthest point from Earth center. Kerbal center. And then periapsis is the shortest point to Earth center on your orbit. As you can see, since we're gonna hit, we got past 150, so that's excellent. Actually might get over, yeah, so since we burned off that solid fuel on the other guy, we made it well past 260, and we'll definitely be able to get up to what was it, 280 to 290, I'm pretty sure. So that's cool. Once we get past, this mark, the 140 to 150, I'm going to decouple this guy, and I probably will double decouple, just so we can expose our swivel and kind of use that to haul it up to the. I mean, we'll get our mark with that one, but we need to hit the mark for testing these guys right here. Yeah, and this was at, what was it again? 280 to 290? Yeah, okay. It's not bad. Alright, I think we're going to get 6 for 6 on this one. Legit. So, 140, 150. Completed that, and there we go. And then we'll do the fleet as well. Okay, I think it tried to fire off the fleet itself again, and I'm hoping it will decouple. Thank goodness. I was a little scared about that one. I think no, I think once we get over 200, I'll fire the flea. Actually, you know what? I should just fire it right now, to be honest. Screw it. And I'll cut it off just for now. And then I will run this test as soon as we hit our mark down here. I'm looking for this one to come up next, 200 to 210,000, just about there. And it doesn't really matter. Oh, Kerbal report. Crew report. Hell yeah. I don't have any antennas on there right now, and we just completed this one as well. To transmit back down to Kerbal or to base, you need to have a antenna on your craft in order to do it. So that's what we're missing on that guy. All right, and then this guy 280 to 290. I'll just run this decouple once we're up there. Should I go up a little further? No, because I don't want to have a lot of energy coming back down. So should be fine. Check it out though. We're up here. We're up here doing the thing. For orbital launches, what you really want to do is like go straight up until you kind of almost punch through the atmosphere, and then just go almost basically horizontal. It's obviously a little bit more cleaner, gradually in that sense, or it's a little more gradual, but that's the gist of it. So like I said, I'm really just waiting to get over this 280 mark. Do this decouple, and then I will probably just ditch everything. Like I said at the beginning of the video, hope you guys are having an excellent day today. Yesterday was my birthday. It was a great day in the sense that my wife did amazing things for me. And overall it was a good day. Didn't have the best day of work though, and a couple other things happened after work before my wife got home that had me in a bad mood. So that's where I was. I was actually recording yesterday, but I didn't finish a video and I just didn't feel like continuing. Alright, so we're at there and we hit the couple. That didn't work. What about this one? That didn't work either. Through the staging sequence. Oh well. We can do it again. We'll just do another real quick one afterwards. But I think what we want to do... If I hit spacebar again. And again. Here we go. That's all going back down. And as you can see too, we're starting to lose some velocity here as we're nearing our apoapsis, which is at just below 296. So 295.822 we should see. And this should probably get to like, I don't know, probably like 40 some odd meters a second before we Max out. And yeah, just for giggles, we'll just start doing the thing. Warping it up. So our next objective, we hit most of it. I don't get why this is doing this thing though. So we need to deploy those chutes between 10 and 14,000 meters in there. So you can't see it, but that's what it is. Again, once we hit, dang, I still launched that way. Whatevs. Right on 70,000, yeah, it's gonna break down and give us the business down there. So I'm keeping an eye between 10 and 14,000 meters. We're definitely coming in pretty hot, and it needs to be between 30 and 90. So hopefully that's all right. It still didn't get this. Interesting. Huh. You can see that the heat shield's really taking some energy right now. That's probably the sound of my other engine. What? No! There they go. Okay, so I definitely wasn't going slow enough for this, so I need to test it with something else. Alright. Interesting. But hey, we got some objectives done, so that's pretty good. We got 1, 2, 3 done. 3 of the 6. Man, I thought I was gonna have this one done, but I don't know why it didn't. It accepted it on the way up, but not on the way down. It's very interesting to me. What? Why aren't these? Oh goodness. It should be okay. Oh, fuel tank. Watch it explode. Boom! Alright, we'll warp this and recover our vessel and get 3 missions done. Right. We did it. We completed some things. Got a lot of objectives done today. Let's see what we got going on now for science and funds. Should be pretty decent. Oh, we're back up to 48 after we spent 18 earlier, so we kind of basically recovered our stuff. Got 2,000 from our recovered parts. Valentina's looking good, even though she didn't get any experience. Not sure why about that. Might need to do more of a trajectory for certain things, but all right. And then we'll probably have some other fun stuff to do. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you again for tuning in to the series. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, go ahead and get that like button to press. Subscribe if you really are enjoying it, or even a comment down below. And until next time, peace out. Love you guys.